Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. This evening I rise to acknowledge a significant anniversary that occurred last weekend in Beaconsfield in the beautiful Tamar Valley, and that was the 1 year anniversary of the opening of the Bendigo Bank agency in Beaconsfield, hosted by the Beaconsfield Hardware and Bendigo agency, a real heart centre for the community, and 1 year of this agency operations in the community has continued to create a heartbeat in this community for not only the local businesses that need somewhere to continue to bank, but members of the community and community organisations that would otherwise have had to travel a long distance to do their banking when there was the withdrawal of a service over a year ago. And in fact, on reflecting of the importance of this 1 year anniversary, I just want to go back and remember the time where this when this service decided to leave the community, because it was right in the middle of COVID and it was right in the middle of winter. So you have a regional community in Tasmania who have for a really long time been able to do their community banking, their school banking, their organisational banking and their business banking in their local town. And it was taken away at a time where we had older members of the community who'd been holding physical paper passports for many, many years and weekly going down to the bank to withdraw their cash to live their life for the week. Older members of the community that were acquired without notice. An email went out almost at midnight to some members, but not all members of this organisation on a Friday evening, which caused panic within the community, particularly older members of the community, to not know what was going to be happening with their bank accounts, and that they were to have just a few short weeks to determine what to do and how to continue to access the funds that they had under management at the bank. And what I love, and one of the reasons why I want to acknowledge this tonight, is that often when something goes wrong in community call out and they need someone else to fix something. They call on the government, or they call on the local council, or they call on someone else to say, you've got to fix this. And what happened in Beaconsfield is that a local member of the community called up and said, this is not right, what can we do? And so a local community working group was formed. The community determined who were the people of influence, who were the people of action, and who were the people that are dedicated and passionate about their local community. And they got together to form a working group to find out of all the different types of banks and all of the different types of financial services that could be offered in a community, who would be willing to take the journey with this community. And there were a number of entities that were approached, but in the end it was Bendigo Bank that put up their hand and worked with the community to transition local banking into an agency to be hosted at the Beaconsfield Hardware. And the reason why I raise this is because community empowerment to provide outcomes and to continue to support their communities is really important. And who would think that a local hardware store would be the place of banking for a community? But over the years, what is affectionately known as La La Land has been a centre for that community. And I want to shout out particularly to Lisa and to Taylor. It's a family-owned business and it's a family community centre. They actually personally invested time, effort and confidence. They were willing to take a risk to host this agency, which required them to physically build it within their operations and to put their effort into the marketing and promotion of the success for this agency for the local community. So Taylor and Lisa, without you this wouldn't have happened, but to the Beaconsfield community and to the working group, without you this wouldn't have happened. What I have heard since is that this one project that showed what a community could do when they worked together has actually inspired other activity. The West Tamar Rotary Club were active in this process to secure this agency, and they've since gone on, and in Beauty Point they've actually raised funds for the extension of a playground to create all abilities access to a playground through local community action, leadership and fundraising. And again, it's a community saying, what can we do to provide the outcomes that we want in this community? And it's gone on and touched lots of other communities through the West Tamar on this model of support in a local community. I also want to shout out to the leadership of Bendigo Bank, but in particular to Jodie, that we all love, who has taken that journey with us and is on site now regularly providing her great advice and assistance to the local community. When an agency or a community bank comes in, they commit to reinvest certain funds back into the community, and one of the really lovely things on the first anniversary celebration was a oversized cheque gifted by an oversized pig, the mascot of Bendigo Bank, to the Beauty Point Mini League. And it's great again to see that local effort and local support being reinvested back into community. So today it's a shout out to the Beaconsfield and the West Tamar community. Congratulations, it's 1 year down. As we all know in business, it's the first few years that are toughest, so if you can continue to support the agency, it will continue to support the local community, and it's great to have that first year celebrated and behind us, and looking forward to a positive continued service of the agency in the Beaconsfield and West Tamar council areas.